G'day everyone, I'm BenFM, and welcome to a brand new podcast on the newly rebranded TriPoint channel, now not BenFM. On this new podcast, it will be taking place within the new realms of what I stated in the previous video, saying that all sorts of new things were going to be coming up, and I said I might bring in new people and change the name, and this is sort of the result of that. And with new people, I have someone to introduce. Here is Kinunners.
Hello there.
Hello there. Oh, you went for the Ewan McGregor one.
Look, okay, I was like, should I welcome myself or should I just let it?
Welcome.
Welcome to me, apparently.
Yeah, but basically, this new podcast, it's going to be running pretty weekly, as most as we can tell, probably every Wednesday night, Australian time. I haven't figured out the time itself yet, as such, however, that'll be interesting.
Australian time. It's good enough.
Yeah, I'll figure it all out. Australian time. It will be releasing Australian time, everyone can work that out. They don't need numbers.
What do we have, EST or something? Eastern Standard Time?
AEST is ours.
Oh, yeah, Australian Eastern Standard. I didn't do the best in math, okay, it's fine.
We're not Western, we're Eastern.
Yeah.
And I apologise throughout the podcast if there's any noise in the background. We've got people working downstairs on the set of units that I live in. That's going to be a thing.
There's also a possibility of pets, but they don't
possibility. There's always a possibility of bird or my channel. Everyone who watches knows that at this point.
We could have dog.
Bird is intrigued with her treat at the moment. She'll be like that for a while.
We could have dog if she walks up here. Last I checked, she was asleep though.
She doesn't bark very much though.
Nah.
Anyway, basically, the podcast will be every week. We'll talk about things, most primarily games, because that's what we do.
We start talking about anime.
We probably will talk about anime a fair amount of time. Basically, the channel, I was going to call it TriPoint Gaming, and for the 17 people who saw the trailer before I redid the trailer and it said gaming on it, I guess you're lucky. Because I rebranded it.
Oh, that's why you redid it. Oh.
Yeah, because I didn't want to be locked down to gaming. It felt strange. Like, I know we could talk about other things, however, like, I feel like putting gaming in it makes it feel like very locked in. And it's
specifically games.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that because...
Oh, because I saw it come out twice and I was like,
yeah,
okay.
Because I know we will talk about games mostly, however, we'll talk about other things as well. Therefore, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's basically what it's about. And I guess one of the first topics I want to talk about, and it's something I've mentioned to the people watching the channel briefly in some of my Sonic videos, and I've talked to you about a fair few times, Nunners.
Oh.
However, I didn't tell you about it. I have finally got a Series X.
Oh. I've been waiting for that one to come along.
It came yesterday.
Hey, there we go.
And that's what I was talking about earlier before we started recording, where I said I was trying something else new with the Xbox out.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, okay.
And I've got a fair few stories.
Is that where the speech-to-text comes from?
I think the other one can do it as well.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it'd be as quick, though, because it doesn't have the same processing power as the Series X.
Yeah, that's true.
And the Series X is staring me right in the face right now, and it has been a hassle and a half getting this thing set up.
Intimidating.
It is really intimidating. I thought it was going to be smaller than it is because a JB Hi-Fi
is it big?
A JB Hi-Fi, for people who don't know, because I don't think they have them outside of Australia. They're like a tech company.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing, is it?
They have like show models of them there. And the show models of them there are smaller than this one.
Oh.
And I thought it was going to be smaller than it was, and I got it out, and it is tiny when you think about it. Like, it's sitting above my PC, and it can do more than my PC.
I mean, yeah.
It's like... However, like, it is tiny when you look at it. However, like, it doesn't fit into my media cabinet.
Oh.
I was really upset, because I was measuring things out to fit in. The main other reason I knew it was different to the show model is because they have, like, a squishy button on the show model, where it's a clicky button.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, it doesn't fit into my media cabinet. Therefore, I had to almost completely rearrange the lounge room to get it to fit in next to the TV. Which was a whole effort. Oh, no. And then I didn't end up liking how I rearranged it last night. Therefore, I redid it all again this morning. It looks a lot better now. I'm happy with it.
However, that's the equivalent of, like, rearranging your room at 3 a.m.
I was up till like 11. I think it was 11:30 when I stopped last night. I was like, that's it, I'm done.
Close enough.
Because I was like, no, I couldn't get it to look right, and yeah. And now I've got an extra controller, which is sitting there and can be used as, I guess, as a player 2 controller whenever anyone comes over.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's quiet. That's the other thing. My base Xbox One is really loud.
Still.
And it was inconsistent. It liked to turn on and off.
Like to just not.
Yeah, it liked doing things. Well, yeah, no, this new one, it's really quiet. It sits nicely and it looks good. Yeah, I have another story with it though, and that was the process of getting the Xbox in the first place.
Was it more difficult than it seemed?
That was way more difficult than it needed to be.
Oh.
Like, we knew it was coming tomorrow, yesterday, for a little while. And I was really happy about that because I was like, because I was speaking to our other brother. I say other brother. We have two brothers. I was speaking to the brother I have here with me in this unit.
We have many siblings.
we have brother and other brother, and that changes depending on which brother we're talking to.
Yeah, no one will ever know which one it is.
We call whichever one we're talking to brother, and then we talk about the other person as other brother.
Well, it's a bit harder for you, right? Because I consider one younger brother and older brother.
Oh yeah, you're the elder. You've got brother, middle brother, and other brother.
Yeah, you're the elder, so I'm like, well, this is fine for me. But then you're there, and it's like
older brother.
All of them are younger.
Yeah. Anyway, not off this tangent. We knew it was coming yesterday, and it was under my brother's name because how we had to order it in was a whole process on its own, which I won't go into. However,
difficulties.
It was under his name, and we knew it was coming. We had things that were saying it was going to be coming. And then we got a notification basically saying that they missed us. We were waiting. I was waiting for it.
Oh, did they have the... Yeah, okay.
They messaged us.
I understand how this may have happened.
On my brother's side of things, they messaged him saying they left a note.
Yeah.
I checked... we checked the front door. There was no note there. However, something that typically happens here because I'm on the top floor of a 3-story set of units is our bottom floor is completely garage and laundry, and they'll go down there and they'll knock on the laundry door, and when no one comes, they'll leave. Even though 10 centimeters to the left, they can clearly see that there's a laundry inside it. And it's like, I have now put a sign in that laundry window to say, please deliver upstairs. Yeah. However, our theory is they didn't even... They got out of the car, saw how tall the building was, and left again. Because there was no note down there. There was no note under the garage door. And there's no note at our front door, even though they said they left a note.
That's interesting.
And then on my end of things, so for my delivery, looking up stuff, it said that there was an intercom or doorbell fault.
A doorbell fault? Do you guys even have a doorbell?
We don't have a doorbell.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I remember you guys having a doorbell.
We don't have a doorbell. That's like, okay. That's fine then. And then I had to take brother to work, and he couldn't pick it up from the post office, which he got delivered to after he was at work type thing. And he finished after the post office closed and everything like that. And I knew for something that is worth $800, which Series X's are worth here in Australia,
yeah,
they weren't simply going to let me have it without like it being the actual addressee.
So you needed him.
Even though, like, because I had the I had like all this stuff on my phone saying, look, I can have this and all that sort of thing. Basically, I had all the authority to get it and everything like that. And I ended up going out into town for the rest of the day because I was like, frustrating and all that sort of stuff. And then like half an hour before the post office closed, I was like, you know what, I'll go try it anyway and see if they'll give it to me.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, like the one time they actually ask for ID is when I go in there instead of my brother. I'm like,
yeah.
Luckily though, I got there with like 10 minutes to spare, and the guy in there, he looked at my ID and everything like that, which I knew was going to happen because why not? I think he sort of realized though, because like...
Realized what happened, yeah.
He sort of realized, I think, because like, it was like 10 minutes left before they closed. I had all the authority on my phone, like I had the code and everything like that, and it would be very odd for someone random to have that code because it's all locked behind my stuff. Like...
Yeah.
and then like my last name's even on their ID.
Yeah, that's true.
Although I probably shouldn't have said that. My last name was Bleep. That would have been bleeped. Anyway.
Yeah. It's fine. We have editing for a
Or,
reason. It's
or
not for
cut
live
out.
recording.
Yeah, imagine doing this live. This is our first time doing this properly. It's hard not to say proper names.
That's why I called you Mr. Blaze before the recording.
Mr. Blaze. Oh golly. Anyway, yeah. Therefore, yeah, it was all on there, and the guy there was like, he sort of gave it to me, sort of begrudgingly. It felt like. It's like
He's sitting there like, oh, this Xbox is supposed to go to a washing machine in your laundry, and you didn't pick it up.
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, every time. Therefore, I got the Series X, and then I don't know. I feel like I wasn't as excited about it as I thought I would be. Although at the same time, it's basically a big Xbox One.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like a brand new, like jumping from like the 360 to the Xbox One, or like from the PSP
You go
to
from the PS Vita
yeah,
to the
or anything
regular
like that.
PlayStation.
It's like, this is an Xbox One. This is a more powerful Xbox One.
Yeah,
It's like upgrading a computer.
It does better.
Yes. I don't know. It's funny. And then although I think the most fun thing I've done with it thus far is look through the dynamic backgrounds,
Yeah.
because the
that makes
Xbox
sense.
One can't do dynamic
The
backgrounds.
Xbox One's a bit sad.
However, like, even then I ended up going back to my picture of my Minecraft world because the dynamic backgrounds weren't that fun. The best one was the Chief one, I guess.
Oh.
Something I'm really sad about is I didn't realize that they've updated the boxes for the Xbox Series X's.
Have they?
Yeah, it doesn't have Chief on the back anymore,
Oh.
which made me sad.
The more you know.
I really wanted Chief on the back. It has Starfield on it now.
Oh. Okay.
Oh well. That's
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine.
It was a lot heavier than I was expecting it to be, actually. Oh,
You know,
God.
you've always got to have the piece of gold in between the fake gold, you know?
Yeah, it's funny because there was all these stories when the Series X and the PS5 came out about people getting rocks delivered to them in the boxes. Because
Yes.
the people who were like delivering the parcels would often steal the consoles
Oh, yeah.
because of how, like, I guess rare they were at the time. So it shows up and it's like a big rock in there instead. Oh, why is this really heavy? Like,
The boulder.
it's a bolt. I guess on
I
the
think the
topic of
worst part
Xbox. On the topic of Xbox, in these podcasts, I sort of want to talk about, I guess, relevant topics to the week that they come out. However, this is a little bit less relevant to this week. However, it's something I want to put
more like a
my
ramble.
2 cents in, and it's not really big enough that I can make a whole my thoughts on video that I generally do, like on it. Therefore, it's like talking about the Xbox games going to other consoles controversy thing.
Oh, yeah.
Mainly because I want to see what your thoughts are on it. Mainly,
They're... look, it's bound to happen eventually.
well, the thing is, like, there was all this kerfuffle online about it. However, I feel like Xbox have been doing this for ages.
Yeah.
Like, if you look, like,
Well, they do bring stuff to PC, like, a lot of the time. I know that's different to consoles.
yeah,
but
the PC, like, that's all under the Windows platform a lot of the time as well.
Yeah.
However, like Cuphead, both the Ori games and that one with the fox that I can't remember the name of it now, Lucky's Tale, they're all on Switch,
Yeah.
and they've been on there for years.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, people were going bananas lately.
You're going crazy.
I was really confused. I was like, is this different to what they're doing? Because everyone's like, oh my gosh, they're going to bring other games. And I guess
My
I
goodness,
guess
it's so new.
it did get blown up a bit, and people were talking about like Gears and Starfield being taken to other places.
Gears? Okay, no. Like, they're regular ones, like Gears and stuff. And even Halo, for that matter.
Yeah.
No. Like,
I remember there's people like contemplating the idea that, oh, maybe Halo will be going to the PlayStation. I'm like, okay.
no. Good luck with that one.
I
Keith
feel like
would never.
Microsoft, the way they do things is a little bit different, where they have like a list of key franchises that are like those franchises
I'm
are
gonna
like
keep these.
sorry.
I'm gonna keep these. The rest can
They're like
be licensed out.
yeah, they're franchises where they like rather than saying like they're on Xbox. They're like their Xbox. That's what those franchises
They
are.
are Xbox.
Like,
Especially Halo.
yeah, the Halo, which like started Xbox in the first place.
Pretty much.
Then you got like Gears, which is a huge one, Forza, and all that sort of thing. Like
Yeah, Forza.
probably
I always
Starfield
love
now. They've
how,
probably
like,
added it to that list.
Everyone's got like these first person, third person type competitive games, and then there's Forza.
Forza's fun. I prefer Dirt. However, like, and then like, I think the biggest one that went across to PlayStation recently, I'm pretty sure it did. I can't check it at the moment. However, I'm pretty sure it did was Hi-Fi Rush, which I wasn't expecting.
Oh yeah.
However, like even then, that was more of a smaller budget title for them. Like,
Yeah, it's still a smaller.
yeah,
Like,
because like it was like Grounded and Pentiment that came over to Switch recently, I think, or are coming to Switch, and like they're smaller games as well. I wasn't expecting Grounded, however, like at the same time, it will work fine on Switch, I think. Like,
yeah.
like
There are a lot of things that like tend to go over to Switch, and we're all like, how is this gonna work?
yeah, I remember
There's too much stuff going on in there.
I remember back when Xbox was initially putting like the Ori games over and everything like that, and people were discussing about like, oh, is Game Pass
looks
going to
too
be on the
nice.
Switch and all that sort of thing, and how much friends like Xbox was with Nintendo. It's
It's
like,
not that deep, guys. It's alright.
I can't wait for the Xbox handheld that's been leaked. I will like that. If anyone can't tell,
That'll
we
be my
like
favourite.
Xbox a lot. We probably won't have many views on PlayStation.
That'll end up being my favorite. I like my handhelds.
And then you like Xbox. It's like,
Yeah, and Xbox. Yeah.
oh golly, yeah, no, that'll be great if that happens. Yeah, no. Oh, the other reason I guess I shall tell the people at home, the reason I got the Series X, which I haven't told in Superstars before. The main reason I was talking about it in Superstars, in Sonic Superstars, is because of the loading time problems, which was horrible. The main other reason I got the Series X is because of the
loading
adorably all digital Xbox revision that they were looking at doing.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to make sure I had like a Series X that could do physical stuff before they replaced that,
Yeah.
basically.
We're like very non-digital people, unless it's like needed, or it's just kind of like, oh yeah, that thing's digital.
Yeah,
Might as well
if
get
it's like
easier
down
that.
from like $80 to $2 on this shop, I'll be like, I'm getting that. Like,
I'll just get it digital. Yeah. But otherwise, though, it's like I must collect every disc, cartridge, whatever.
there's
it
been
is I
points
can
where
find.
like I've bought games on the store and then rebought them later physically because like why not?
Yeah.
I like my physical stuff. However, yeah, no, that's one of the other reasons I got the Series X. I guess one more thing to talk about that's been in the Minecraft news lately, because we like the Minecrafts.
Minecraft.
If anyone hasn't noticed the way I've sort of been talking in this, Kinunners doesn't really go on gaming news that much.
No, I don't. I hang out and then I show up for the news brought to me by you. Literal news style edition, and I'm like, okay.
It's
I've
great.
been
It's
brought
good
up
for
with
the
news.
podcast, actually.
Time to go under for like the next week.
Yeah, it's good for the podcast because we can get first thoughts from someone straight away.
Honestly, it's because I'm really lazy, and I'm like, look, I see stuff on certain social medias and whatever, and I'm like, yeah, okay, anyways, and then just like forget about it 2 minutes
Yeah,
later, or just don't look at it.
Yeah, no, there's new wolf variants in Minecraft coming.
Yeah.
You've seen that?
You told me about the armor, but wolf variants themselves,
Yeah, there's going to be 9 wolf variants
okay.
now.
like the cat.
Yeah, like how there's cats.
Yeah.
And they've shown them all off. The funny thing is, like, you've got the cats, they have, like, slightly different designs as well, like the models.
Oh, okay.
Where the dogs, they look like the normal wolves that have been retextured. Which, I guess it was to not alienate people as much, however, like,
Yeah.
at that point.
It makes sense, but it's also, come on, you've already done it. For,
And
like, one
they're
of them,
all
you know?
wolf variants. And now I really want to get 2 corgi ones and see if I can get them.
Oh yes.
I mean, ones that look like corgis, I guess, because they're all wolves,
Yeah.
technically. However,
Yeah.
like,
We need to get one that looks like our actual dog.
there isn't one that looks like her.
No.
There's no, like,
Is there
creamy
one
coloured.
with similar coloring?
Yeah,
None?
there's no creamy coloured ones. There's ones with like creamy coloured
Oh.
splotches on them. I think I might be wrong. There might be a
Is
creamy
there-
coloured one. However,
There'd be regular white ones, surely.
they're one of the rarest ones now.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure because they're all
Wow.
biome specific now. I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then
That's okay. We get some armor and put it on the dog.
Yeah,
Like,
there's like
this is cream colored.
I can't remember what there. I can't remember if it's the normal one's called the pale wolf or if it's another one. There's two white variants now. You got the normal one and then like an extra white one.
An Arctic one that's in the tundra, probably.
Probably. I don't know. It could be in the with all the polar bears and everything.
Yeah.
And then
You just find both.
people, I think I was watching a YouTuber do a poll and stuff on it, and people are really liking some of the new variants over the original one, which is surprising.
Interesting.
I was expecting like everyone to be like, "Oh, these new variants are neat." However, like the original one's always the original one.
Yeah.
Kind of
so
like
it's always the original.
What else is it in Minecraft? Red beds.
Red beds?
Yeah, everyone.
You mean like
anyone from back
Sorry.
in the day knows that red beds are the best.
okay. Whenever I hear red beds, right? Because I did Earth and environmental science, right, in high school. Whenever I think of red beds, I think of literal like iron red beds in the ground.
Oh. Okay.
You said red beds. I was like, what?
Red beds.
Yeah. Okay. Actual beds.
I can't say I've ever heard of like that sort of thing as like a thing before.
Oh, it's just a rock type of formation.
Yeah.
Oxidized iron and stuff. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Smart science things.
Look, it's one of. I actually do remember quite a lot, but yeah. It's one of the biggest things I remember.
You can come to me for physics, go to her for that stuff. It's like...
Go to me for geography. And human
Anyway.
sciences, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, and the wolf armor is all dyeable now. I think I may have discussed that with you.
Yeah.
Previously.
You said that to me previously.
Which is another neat thing, which means there's even more variants of wolves you can have now.
Yeah.
You can have all the different variants of wolves with different variants of armor
plus
dye
armor.
and different variants of color dyeing. It's like... That's a lot of wolves. But what I understand is like... I think there's like 12 cat variants and there's only 9 dog variants.
That's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if the cat variants includes ocelots, which basically are non-existent in Minecraft that much anymore. Hell.
They might do, yeah.
Who knows? Oh, it appears my bird has finished eating.
Oh no.
Hopefully she doesn't start squawking soon. Anyway. Another thing I was
I'll wait
going
for
to
the
talk about.
magpies to come back.
Moving on to our next favorite gaming console, the Switch.
Yeah.
Did you know it's now 7 years old?
I'm older than that.
Yes, you are. The funny thing is,
I'm
you
a
went
lot older
through
than that.
the entirety of high school inside its lifespan.
Yep.
My gosh,
That sounds about right.
it hasn't
Or
stopped.
something around that.
How does it exist anymore? The Switch is
Look, it just is.
the Switch is too old. Oh golly. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for the Switch 2 though, even though it looks like it's been delayed into next year.
No, that's fine.
I believe it
We'll live
was
with the Switch for now.
on Sunday was Mario Day again,
Oh, okay.
which means it's been a year since we watched the Mario movie as well.
Has it? Has it?
Yeah. And then they announced that they're making another film.
What kind of film?
Another one set in the Mario universe.
Another. Okay.
That's how vague they were with it. They didn't say they were making a sequel. They said they were making another one that was set in like the Mario world or something like that.
They bring Daisy, you know.
The next one is Donkey Kong.
Oh.
Probably, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, no, that would actually make sense. I don't.
They did set him up pretty well for it. Like,
Yeah, they did.
and then like, yeah. And then what else did they announce? They announced the release dates for Paper Mario's Thousand Year Door remake and
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion 2. More games for our
Yeah.
brothers than us.
Yeah.
Not generally our types of games. And then, yeah, I think that's...
I to be fair, I technically go play anything and everything, really.
Yeah. It's just,
It's just what I get around to at the time.
I do, I like all my Marios and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
However, like, I'm not the biggest RPG fan, as anyone can attest.
No, that's my realm. I
That's
live there.
definitely your things like the fact that I sat as 2-player in Tales of Vesperia for ages. It's fun. I like that. It's great. I could do other things at the same time. All these mechanics are
Yeah.
all slow
You're
and
still there for the story. Look, okay, technically, this is not how it works in the slightest. But we technically did Fire Emblem Engage 2-player as well.
yeah. That was, I think I spoke about that in my top 5 games of last year or whatever it was.
Yeah, you just like the spectator.
My favorite game of last year was the game I didn't play. Well, I played it briefly.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I mean, okay, look, if it really says anything about my RPG likeness, I I had Tears of the Kingdom and Three Houses, right, in my room
yeah.
because I was switching between them constantly. Well, I brought Xenoblade up as well.
It's all
So
rotating.
I just have all 3 of them here, and I just like rotate.
Rotating between the 3. Oh god,
Yeah.
that's funny. Yeah, no, RPGs are definitely your thing. I don't think I could ever play like Xenoblade. That would be out of my realm.
To be fair, I'm still in the same spot story-wise because I've mostly been going around doing side quest stuff.
Oh, I could never. I could never. It's slow.
Oh, no, we've got to talk about the one game, right, that I have, like, the most hours on for no reason. I don't have the most hours on it, but more than enough hours on it for a game that is what it is. And it's Tricky Towers.
I was about to say, you're going to say Tricky Towers.
I have too many hours in it.
I like Tricky Towers. Tricky Towers is good, though. For those who don't know what Tricky Towers is, it's like Tetris with physics.
I
Basically.
think the worst part is that I played alone most of the time.
Yeah, it's like Tetris with physics, except there's like all sorts of different, like you don't clear lines as such. It's more about building up.
Yeah.
And it's really fun. It's a really good little game. It's on Switch and PlayStation. I don't believe it's on Xbox or anything like that.
Well, sometimes it's like, I want to play a game, but I don't have, like, the time to sit down and play an RPG because of whatever reason. So I'm like, just go to Tricky Towers. It's there. I don't need to pull out a cartridge for it.
Yeah, it's digital. I wonder if there's a
Easy.
physical release for it somewhere.
I don't know.
I feel like I should be buying Vita games at the moment because like importing them from Japan, because by what I understand, like the yen is down at the moment.
Oh.
Well, they might be a lot cheaper. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, really? The Vita is another topic for another video on its entirety,
Yeah.
almost.
That entire video will just be us sitting there and being like, you know what? The Vita is too special in its own right.
Yeah.
Like,
That'll be our PlayStation
too
special.
good of a handheld.
It can be our PlayStation special where we refer to the PS1, PS2, PSP, and PS Vita, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite PlayStation console. Not even the console.
Because we don't have any other. We have nothing to do with the 3, 4, or 5. Like.
Yeah. Well, okay. You had the Vita for most of your lifespan, I guess. I grew up with the PSP.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have had the. When did I get the Vita? I won it in a competition. In a
Yeah.
thing in years.
Really long time ago. It was long. It would have been like
I think it was 2014.
right as you were in high school.
I think it was 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means I've had it for 10 years.
And I've had the PSP since I was like really young because we got it from a family friend.
Yeah, it's like.
And yeah, and they gave it to me specifically as well.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just like, here you go. I was like, what? Okay.
We generally get hand-me-down consoles or get them in strange ways. We don't tend to buy things outright.
We've got a really weird way of getting consoles, don't we?
Even the Series X, I've got it on a plan. I haven't bought it outright.
Yeah.
I'm paying it off monthly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which I think is funny because our internet service provider allows that, which is fun. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, like when we think about it, like we got the original Game Boy, which is our father's, including the Game and Watches. Yeah. The Game Boy Color and Advance came from an op shop, I believe. Our DS came from one of my friends. Our 2DS and our 3DS I got pre-owned right at the end of their lifespan.
Yeah.
Like right before the shops went down.
We got the PSP. We only got the white one from them, didn't we? The white PSP.
Yeah, the white one, and then the black one we got pre-owned.
Yeah.
And then after an incident with my Vita, we got 2 other Vitas.
Okay, look, I was a child, right?
We'll leave it at that. We'll let everyone guess what happened.
I take full responsibility. It was my fault.
It's alright, it's fixed now. I fixed it. It's simply, it doesn't have an OLED screen anymore. It's fine there. We'll let the viewers figure out what happened there.
Yeah, it'll just be left open-ended. Sitting there like, what happened to this poor Vita?
But yeah, now we've got 3 Vitas that work because I fixed this one. And then we got Switches. I had the original Switch, which I bought in like 2019, right as they were phasing out the original model and replacing it with the better battery model. Because it was cheap.
Oh, we got the original 360 as well from a friend.
Oh yeah, we got the original 360, which barely works.
and its dodgy controller.
And then we got our 360E, which I know no one likes the design of except us.
I like it.
I like the design of our 360E. Not many people like it. There might be others that like it. I don't know. I said no one. However, like.
Yeah, there's probably a few.
Yeah, not many people like it. I mean, I'm a person. This is another topic that I've gotten written down for another podcast. How like I like the design of the base Xbox One, and I know lots of people don't like that.
Look, there's a reason we call you the contrarian.
Yeah, it's great. I'm like, favorite and least favorite consoles or designs is a whole nother video on its own, right? However, and then, the original Switch I got when they were phasing out the battery one, I got it cheap. And then the special OLED, which I did a whole unboxing on when I did the part of the Tears of the Kingdom stuff back. Oh my gosh, that was about a year ago almost as well.
It's been a long time.
I was thinking of doing an unboxing for the Series X, and I was like, nah. I don't want
to. I have to use this right now.
The funny thing is it ended up sitting there for ages before I used it. I don't know, it wasn't, I guess it wasn't like a sort of, it was more like a beefed up Xbox One.
Yeah.
It was more fun sitting it near my PC and going, oh, look how much smaller it is.
Look at it, the mininess.
It's much smaller and it can do all these things that my PC can do better. It's like, oh.
Thanks, Xbox.
Thanks. And then, is that it for consoles? Do we have any other consoles?
I think that's about it.
I can't think of any other consoles. I don't know. We might do.
We could do.
We've got an old one that's similar to like a Tiger Electronics console. That's its own thing.
People might think our phones are ancient.
Our phones?
I don't know if they count though.
Because they're Nokias?
Yeah.
They're newer Nokias though.
Yeah, but they're still bricks.
For anyone listening, I've got like a text to chat up on my screen. That way, if like she talks and I can't hear her say something, it pops up on the screen. And for some reason, it changed my word Nokia into noxious. I'm sure this will be fun throughout the podcast, like me picking up on some fun words to put out.
It's interesting.
And then, like, we have a massive Pokemon collection as well.
Yeah.
Which will be another topic for another stream. For podcasts. Streaming might be in the future. That might be a planned thing that I might get to at one point.
I say that. Calm down.
I want to stream maybe like a tour of my Minecraft world once it turns 10 years old.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
That's soon, isn't it?
June? I believe.
Yeah. Something around there.
Something like that. I've got a picture of...
We've been playing Minecraft forever, guys.
We are one of those Xbox 360 peoples.
Oh, don't tell them that.
We're
ancient.
We are console Minecraft players overall. We moved to Bedrock and wish that console would bring a lot of its stuff over to Bedrock as well. Again, that's another whole topic for another podcast.
Yeah, there's a lot of like topics.
They literally could fill up
That's
like
not a bad thing.
a whole podcast. Like the focus of this first podcast was more like introductions and sort of getting everyone down with what's happening and all that sort of thing, and then going over
And
some
the latest news.
some brief latest news. Even though it's not like
With
a
Mr.
news,
Blaze.
it's not a news podcast. However, if I have the news, I may as well speak about it. Like
Latest gaming news.
Mr. Blaze. Oh, what are the? Oh, I should know this because I did university courses and all this sort of stuff. What is it like that reporters say when they first?
The news reporters. What is it? Brought to you by
Mr. Blaze.
And the co-host.
Sponsored by Xbox because that's all we ever talk about. Not actually sports.
Even though it's not. Do you imagine?
Yeah. Anybody
Yeah,
who's looking for
little YouTubers.
PlayStation stuff, we apologize.
Hi. We have handhelds. That's about it.
We're not very big on the PlayStation front. I will probably get a PS3 at one point simply to have it in my collection and not use it.
Yeah. We'll get it specifically just because.
Same with a PS4. You get a PS4 to play Ratchet. Oh, we don't even need that anymore. It's on PC. Let's say Ratchet and Clank.
That was like the whole thing with Persona, remember? Like, maybe we should, because
Yeah.
play Persona.
Because
And then it came out on Xbox. And I was like, oh,
it's a story time
Xbox
about
again.
my base Xbox One. Oh, the Xbox One X as well we have.
oh yeah.
And the original Xbox.
Yes.
Which I got the original Xbox from an op shop as well, which was
We have
fun.
more than a few controllers.
Sorry?
We have more than a few controllers.
We've got plenty of controllers. Yeah,
To be fair, we almost have 4 for each, right?
yeah,
So-
I think we've almost got we've got
With
one
some
for
where we
each
just have
console
2.
each almost. Like
Yeah.
it's that type of thing. Anyway, what was I going to? Oh yeah, story time about my base Xbox One. I got that from a dollar shop type thing, and I got it for $40 because it was broken. And I mean,
Yep.
it's been broken since. However, I fixed it up a little bit. It worked better than what it was.
Pretty good.
However, it's always had this smell of cigarettes around it as well, which has been a thing.
Not for us.
And it's really loud and all that sort of thing. And then I got the One X to replace it where you live, basically, to go on the big TV. And then that was funny. And at that store, they as well had a broken PS4. And I was tempted. However, the sort of difference is when I asked what was wrong with them, the lady there said that the Xbox One would kept turning back off, which means it would at least turn on, which means there was a way to fix it, basically.
Yeah, we're just the...
However, the PS4 simply didn't turn on, and I was sort of thinking that might be completely gone. I
I
can't.
think that's just dead.
However, thinking back, I probably should have got it for a cheaper price like
Just
that
to
and
have
see if I could have tried to fix it. If not, it could be a piece that could sit somewhere.
It just becomes like a mantelpiece.
I mean, that's what we got. One of our PS2s is basically a mantelpiece.
Yeah, original 360
one I've got here with
just
me.
kind of hangs out.
My original black PS2 Slim here is it exists.
The original 360 is just sitting on the the cabinet case that we have.
It's a good bookend for DVDs and
Yeah.
such.
It's not even a bookend, yeah.
Games. It's and same with we have the Wii's and the Wii U.
Yeah.
Considering I did a whole my
Wow,
most
we
popular
did a
video
whole
was on the
Wii
Wii
U
U.
is important. We just didn't even...
I am planning on doing more important videos as well for people who like them because I like doing
Well,
them.
the Wii U one did good.
I want to do one on the 360 before its shops go down and
Oh,
all that
yeah.
sort of thing. And the Vita
Rest in
before. I
peace.
really want to do one on the Vita. It's funny watching my chat. It said job security that I said for some reason.
It really doesn't like to figure out what you say.
I don't know. It's really good with your stuff.
Yep.
Anyway, that's going off topic. Where are we at? I guess we'll talk about how long these podcasts will probably go for. They'll probably range from about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how much we've got to talk about.
Depends. Depends.
Yeah, I feel like...
I mean, we have some stuff to cut out or edit already of this, to be fair. It's longer
Yeah.
than what we've
No.
been talking for.
Yeah, no, and then that's probably how long they'll go for. I'm thinking maybe it'll probably be exclusive to YouTube for the moment. I'm thinking about maybe getting it up on Spotify. No plans for Apple at all because we have nothing to do with Apple.
We just simply just aren't Apple people, not fruit people.
I wouldn't even know where to start with all that sort of thing.
Neither.
Not fruit people. I'm a mango person.
I'm a pineapple person. So
if they bring out a
technically
mango
are
phone,
fruit
I'll be
people.
happy. No, therefore, probably nothing on Apple or anything like that. I think Google Podcast picks up whenever YouTube has a podcast on it. Therefore, that should be fine. Yeah, Spotify probably, because I think that one's fairly okay to get into. I don't know, I have to have a little bit more of a look into it.
It's also the most known one to us.
Yeah. It should be pretty easy to, put it on there and hopefully, fingers crossed, get it all set out. Yeah, that's sort of what it is at the moment. And as for something I probably should have mentioned at the start, for what's going on in the background of the podcast is going to be random gameplay that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. For anyone who's watched this far through is going, what does this relate?
Yeah, they're just sitting here it's random. What is this random Minecraft?
Yeah, random Minecraft gameplay. I'm preparing a big part in my Minecraft world before the 10th anniversary of it, and I've got to spend a lot of time on that. Therefore, a lot of it's going to be in the background.
Honestly, it could probably be even a mix of games. I have a bunch of clips from whatever else.
Yeah,
I've still got unused ones from Engage.
Depending on whoever edits, we'll have different things on and
Oh yeah, by the way, I've been technically a part of previous videos. I've been the one to get clips and things sometimes.
Sometimes the different things. I didn't want to bother getting clips for Engage. She got clips for Engage for me, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even think he rang for that one. She just texted me. I was like, I need Engage. And I was like, okay.
I think I texted her. I was like, can I have some Engage clips, please? No. Yeah, basically, whoever's editing will have different things, and whoever's presenting and whatever, and whoever, and however, and whyever.
And whatever.
I think I said what? Did I? I did say whatever. It said on screen that I said whatever.
Well, that's you. I don't know.
I like having this little thing because I can see what I said.
Yeah.
When it works, I can see what I said previously and go I did say that. Anyway, we're rambling at the moment. I think this is probably a good time to start closing it off. And something I want to do as we close off each of them is go over a Fire Emblem poll that tends to go up on Reddit pretty often.
This one's on YouTube actually.
Oh, this one's on YouTube. Okay, one of the ones.
by
a Fire Emblem poll. We might start our own polls in the future. We'll see how that happens.
Maybe
that might be fun.
But they're doing the Archer tournament right now, right? And there's they've done round 2 at the moment, or group 5 for round 2, but in the previous group, the one who won, right? Because first and second place go through. Yeah. The first place went to an NPC from, I think it's Radiant Dawn, who's just in one chapter.
Okay. That's funny.
And, we need to put most of the other winners are from recency stuff.
Yeah, we need to put at the end of every podcast, if we remember, to remind Nintendo to re-release Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, please.
Please. We're both just sitting here not even for I
want to see. Anyway.
You want to see how Micaiah turns out, and I'm over here where's Soren at?
Where's Soren and all that sort of thing? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Please re-release that. I feel like that wouldn't even be the most difficult things to re-release on the Switch or something like that.
Yeah.
Because we can't afford
we've got to get Sigurd first,
Sorry? Sigurd.
We've got to get Sigurd first.
Whenever that remake comes out.
Whenever that happens. Yeah, most of the ones who've won so far are people from recency bias. So Three Houses and also Alchemist.
Engage is good for me because it was one that I jumped in on and it had all these different characters.
Yeah, you just kind of showed up and was
I know where.
It's kind of interesting.
I can understand some of the older games because it has the characters in this new game. Oh, golly. Anyway, Engage is its whole own video.
Yeah.
Anyway, the poll.
Yep. Yeah, most of the ones winning so far are based off recency bias, which makes sense.
Anyone in particular?
Mostly Three Houses, plus our Radiant Dawn NPC.
It's funny.
Three House and Engage as well. So we've got
Yeah. Okay.
Alcarus has won one.
Alcarus. No.
ETA has come second in one.
Oh, that's good.
And Fates and Awakening as well, usually. So Takumi was with the one that won with ETA.
Pineapple person.
Yep, pineapple person.
Yeah, I think that'd be something funny to talk about at the end of each podcast. And yeah, as I was sort of speaking about it, we might even do our own polls at some point, maybe.
Yeah.
Because we can do that on YouTube, and that's fun.
Oh, the new units for heroes as well. The spring banner. They brought out all the Easter ones.
Too many people in that game.
There was a lot.
Anyway, that'll probably round out the podcast here. Anything else to speak of before we sign off?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I could do just not even primarily relevant to what we were talking about, but I could possibly start just doing playthroughs of whatever I decide to play.
Yeah. I was sort of going to speak about that.
I was going to that out yet.
Like as I was signing off, I was going to speak about what's sort of coming up. In the works, I have a challenge Minecraft series. I was waiting for the Series X to do it though because the Xbox One's performance was horrible.
Yeah.
If I've got that, I'm not going to give any way to what it is yet. I've got another series idea for both of us to do, which I can talk to you about outside of podcast.
Yeah.
And then we've got another series that we're about to record after the podcast.
Yeah.
And then, as Kinunners was nicely saying, she'll probably pop up here and there with some other series and other things on the channel.
I actually think it would probably be a good thing, because I have a terrible habit, and you know this, of not finishing games. And so if I start a series on something, I know I'll have to finish it then. As well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it gives you more motivation.
I don't finish games, and I come back 3 years later, and I'm like, I have no idea about it.
What's happened here? That's my problem with like any Zelda game.
The only one I could effectively probably do it with and have it be still fine is Fire Emblem, just because it's completely easy to just pick up and be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, the gameplay is the same no matter where you are. Like,
I'm almost finished with Three Houses, finally.
Oh,
so,
yeah. What about Engage's second story thing, the Xenologue or whatever it is?
Nah, I need to go do that as well. I was like, look, I made sure, I was like, look, I have to finish this last route of Three Houses until I pick up the DLC somewhere.
Oh, really? I think the other thing to say is there probably won't there won't be any type of content changes as such on the channel, because we won't go above like M-rated games. Like we probably won't go any higher than Halo when it comes to like the type of like game that we'll play. Mainly because we don't tend to play those types of games.
Yeah, we just don't. Not like, necessarily because
you play some things like that.
To, whatever. It's just
yeah. Even then, Halo would probably be the most like I guess unkid friendly.
The biggest one's Halo Reach
thing. Even though Halo Reach. It will probably be the most least kid friendly game would be Halo Reach, ironically. Yeah. Even then, I've never been one. I know other people do. I've never been one to consider Halo not really kid friendly because it's very cartoony.
Yeah, it's very oh, that's the one thing, right? So, we watch the Halo series, right? the live action one, simply just because it's hilariously dumb.
It's yeah.
We just watch it for fun, right? And so, obviously, I've been up here watching with our dad, right? And our mum sometimes sees what's going on, right? And there have been a few times where she's looked at me and just been like, that is not what you play on the Xbox.
No, exactly. it's very different.
First of all, I tend to play the multiplayer simply just for fun.
Yeah,
but
I feel like the only 2 FPS that will probably ever end up on the channel, unless there's just some really kid-friendly one or something like that, would be Halo and Metroid.
Yeah.
I can't see any other ones.
Screen cheat.
Sorry?
Screen cheat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe screen sheet. It has a lot of words in it that I don't like.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't
Have
think
like-
about that. I was thinking about the cartoony side of it.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that would probably be. I mean, I don't see us playing like Overwatch. I mean, I'm probably never going to go back to Overwatch anymore. Like, it's like,
I could do. I could do Fallout, but also I don't know if I want.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like I feel like that doesn't really fit on the channel as much. Maybe.
Yeah, it's a bit odd.
Even like
It's probably
maybe
one
like,
I just.
even
end
Outer
up
Worlds, I
playing
probably
for
wouldn't
it.
say even.
Yeah,
Well, like yeah.
I'll play
Anyway,
Final Fantasy instead.
I feel like we're
think
dragging this on a
eventually-
lot.
We really are.
This is how we talk normally. This is why we
It
wanted to do
is.
the podcast.
Yeah. That is a habit, right? It's the other thing our mum talks about, right? She'll sit there and she's like, "You guys talk for such a long time about like the exact same subject."
Me too.
It's like,
It's great.
yes, that is what most of our life revolves around.
Yes, that's why the podcast is the perfect idea. And because we don't live together, it makes it easier not to talk to each other about it for like a week.
Yeah.
It makes things easier. Anyway, as I was sort of saying, yeah.
We do need to end this off.
For the channel, yeah, not much will be changing content-wise as such. There will probably be more content ramping up as time goes on now and all that sort of stuff, and as we get more settled into it. And the podcast will become pretty frequently weekly, whatever time I settle on to, I guess.
Whenever we, yeah.
I
we
want to do
have
it pretty close
figure
to
out
when
what
we
it is.
record it,
Yeah.
for relevancy's sake.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's a weekly thing and might help too.
Anyway, I don't think there's anything else to say. Therefore, I guess we shall sign off.
No.
I hope everyone enjoyed the first episode of this podcast. Thank you for listening. That's different for me to say.
I have been welcomed.
And and I shall be back in the next one, and you can sign yourself off, I guess.
You'll probably see me around eventually, I guess.
Anyway, cheers
I don't
everyone.
know. Bye.